Resverlogix is a first-in-class BET inhibitor program, and it has recently confirmed a 77% relative risk reduction in cardiovascular disease in diabetic patients. We've also just recently financed up an additional $32 million this past summer. Cardiovascular disease is responsible for $500 billion in direct and indirect expenses, according to the American Heart Association. And in the diabetic population worldwide, it's responsible for 80% of the deaths. So it's a very serious problem, and the current medications for diabetics, mostly glucose-based, have absolutely no effect on MACE reduction. MACE is major adverse cardiac events. Both our recent SUSTAIN and ASSURE trial showed significant reductions in MACE events in the diabetic patient population, and we'll be going forward developing that drug for that purpose. RVX-208 is our lead compound that we've been working on for close to a decade. This drug is based on a mechanism of action that's dealing with epigenetics. If you think of it in terms of genetics is your DNA, it's the hardware of our biological system. Epigenetics is the software. It's how you turn on or off the various genes. So it has a very profound impact. And in this particular case, what we're seeing is a cascade of events taking place with the reaction from this drug. First is the main one we've worked on for years, which is reverse cholesterol transport. Second one is metabolic, so we're having effects on hemoglobin and glucose in a positive direction, very good for the diabetics. Third is anti-inflammatory, which we have very positive effects on the anti-inflammatory biomarkers. And the fourth is thrombosis. So it's a very powerful and very effective drug, and that's how we're seeing the results. The most important milestone going forward for Resverlogix is the design and launch of our next clinical trial. It will be called BET on MACE, and it'll be a phase 3 trial in multiple centers. The trial will involve patients with low HDL, chronic kidney disease, and diabetes. So it's a 3-in-1 trial, and we're looking forward to the launch of this trial in the first half of 2015. It's really hard not to be excited about the company right now. A year ago, we really had one program, which was a single drug in probably the hardest to develop clinical category in all of biotech, and that is chronic cardiovascular. They're very long, very large, and very expensive trials. So now, a year later, where we're sitting with multiple indications, much cheaper, affordable, bite-sized development that we can do, we are very pleased with where we are and looking forward to 2015.